Sit in cross-legged position, then we will start. Is there anyone with a 10 p.m. to go? Martha, do you have a 10 p.m. meeting? Can you not, yes or no? No, okay, cool. We will be slightly after 10 maybe. Just give me 1 second. Okay, now it's 9:13, so slightly after 10. Sit in cross-legged position. Roll the shoulders back. Sitting tall and straight. Grab the butt cheek so you are sitting on the sitting bone. Closing the eyes, settling onto the mat. Feeling the sitting bone tall and lengthen. Your neck neutrally on top. Deep inhale into the belly. And deep exhale. Deep inhale into the belly. And deep exhale. One more inhale into the belly. And exhale. Intention setting. Today's theme is warrior. Think about an area in your life that you want to have more strength, or you want to show your dedication, no matter how difficult or how challenging it is. Dedicate your practice to that area. Or maybe you want to dedicate your practice to someone else to have more strength or more courage. We're going to sing 3 Om to start the class. Deep inhale into the belly. Inhale into the belly again. Last inhale into the belly. Gently open up our eyes. We're going to start the warm-up with tabletop. Remember internal elbow rotation. Even when we're in tabletop, you either come to the elbows, you don't have to be on your hands, or you have internal elbow rotation. When we start, let's just start with internal elbow rotation. So open up the fingers, roll the elbows in. Inhale, exhale, roll the elbows to normal. Inhale, roll the elbows front, facing the mid finger. Exhale, roll the elbow back. Inhale, roll the elbows in. Feeling that your arms are engaged for the upper arm and lower arm when you lower it in. Bring it in. And exhale, one more internal rotation. Really feel the activating of the upper arm. And out. Great job. Now let's start with cat-cow. Internal elbow rotation. Inhale, arch the back. Look up, feeling the spine opening. Jane, you need to move your knees further away. Exhale, curl the upper back, mid back, lower back. Closing the eyes for 3 rounds. Deep inhale, arch up, look up. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, arch up, look up. Exhale, curling in. One more. Inhale, arch up, look up. Exhale, curling in. Now draw circles with your wrist. Still internal elbow rotation, warming up the wrist. Draw circles one way. Draw circles the other way. Sit back to child pose. Stretches out the shoulders, stretches out the hands. Slide the hands as further away from you as possible. Feel the upper arm opening, feel the shoulders opening. Really press the hands down. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Coming back towards the center, fingers turning out. Left mid fingers to 9 p.m., right mid fingers to 3 p.m. Roll the hands one way, drawing circles with your wrists. Remember, internal shoulder rotation. Maybe bend your arms, bend your elbow so you are not putting too much pressure onto the shoulders. Draw circles the other way. Then sit back into child pose. Stretches the arms out. All 10 fingers, the whole palms onto the mat. Really stretches out the shoulders. Stretches out the forearm, the upper arm. Pressing the hands, the wrist. She feels really good with the side stretch. One more in. And out, coming back to center. Mid finger pointing towards each other. Draw the hands closer to your body. And draw circles one way. Open up the fingers. Draw circles the other way. Then sit back onto child pose. Slide the hands away. Sit back. You don't have to sit completely but onto the heels. The goal is to get all 10 fingers onto the mat. Stretches out the other side of the wrist. Deepening your inhale. And deepening your exhale. One more in. And out, coming back towards the center. Finger pointing towards yourself. Mid finger pointing towards yourself. Bring it closer to your body. So you're putting the weight not on the wrist but on the knees. So draw circles one way. Draw circles the other way. Really open up the fingers on this one. It's the most challenging and unnatural because it's against how autonomy is. Then move the hands to front, sit back, feeling the stretch on the wrist. All 10 fingers open really wide onto the mat. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Move the hands closer to each other. Make sure your shoulder width apart. And do this pose again. So feeling the mid of the wrist stretching. One more in. And out. Now only fingers onto the mat. Lift the palms up. Stretching out the fingers. Deepening your inhale. And deepening the exhale. One more in. And out. Relax yourself. Open up your knees. Roll the calf up. And we're going to rest in child pose for a few breaths. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. You may want to relax the shoulder on this one. You may want to stretch your arms out and stretch out the shoulders. Breathing out, sitting the lower back down. 3 deep inhale and exhale. Gently rolling back up to tabletop position. We're going to draw circles on another way with our spine. Knees hip width distance apart. Internal elbow rotation. Palm the elbow to the front. Open up your fingers. Draw circles with our chest. Inhale down. Right. Exhale, crawling left. 4 more rounds on your own. Opening up the shoulders. Opening up the spines. We want to bring your head or bring your hips in. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Deeply in. And out. Draw circles the other way. Inhale, chest down, left. Exhale, curling right. Deepening your inhale, closing the eyes. And deepening the exhale. Remember the internal elbow rotation. Roll the elbows forward. Martha, roll the elbows to the front. Deeply in. Yes, and out. For the next 2 minutes, do anything that makes you feel good. You could be crawling up and pushing yourself down to child pose, or do anything. Closing your eyes, let your body take you to any movement that makes you feel good. You may bend your arms, draw circles with the chest one way or the other way. Just closing the eyes 2 minutes on your own. Just deeply in and deeply out. I love that the 3 of you already know a lot of poses, so you know how to stretch out a particular body part when your body isn't there. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Last minute. Keep on moving. This is a warming up sequence. Warm up any places that you need to, feeling good about it. We're going to have 30 seconds in child pose after this, so keep moving, warming up, bringing movement into anywhere that your body feels like. At the same time, deepening your inhale and deepening your exhale. Last inhale and exhale. Everyone rest in child pose. Knees open or knees together, doesn't matter. Pick a position that makes you feel good and just relax. Can you deepen your inhale? And deepen your exhale, release your hips. Deeply in. And out, release your thighs. Deeply in. And out, release your hips. In. And out, contract the belly, sit the butt down even more, lengthen the lower back. Keep on breathing in and out. Last inhale. And exhale, coming up to tabletop. We're going to thread the needles to warm up the shoulders. So inhale, lift the right hand, thread the right hand underneath the left armpit. Put the right shoulders down. Left hand straight out onto the ground. Feeling the stretch on the right shoulders. Deepening the inhale. And deepening the exhale. Try to get the left chest onto the mat as much as you can. Deeply in. And out. Keep breathing deeply. Slowly walk yourself back up onto the other side. Thread the left hand underneath the right shoulder. Put the left shoulder down. Straightening up the right arm. Deeply inhale. Deeply exhale. Keep on deep breathing, Ujjayi breath. With this active breathing, you are relaxing your muscle even more. Deepening the inhale. And exhale. Last inhale. And exhale. 30 seconds. You can go back to child pose. Do any movement that you want. 30 seconds of last stretching out before standing on the mat. Deeply in and out. In and out. Last 2 breaths in. And out. Slowly roll yourself up. We're going to stand on top of the mat with one very slow round. Stand in the front of the mat for one really slow round. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen the spine. 3 rounds. Roll the shoulders back again. Lengthen the spine. Contract the butt together. One more. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen the spine. Feeling strong and tall. Standing in your mountain pose. Open up all 10 fingers. Very slow movement. Deep inhale. Hands up towards the sky. And exhale, hinge from the hips, bowing forward. Slow down the movement, micro bend your knees. Inhale, hands onto the shin, flat back. We're going to hold here for 1 breath. Micro bend your knees, press the butt back. Lengthen up the spine. Mother, put your hands higher onto the knees. Higher up, so you're lengthening the spine. Yes, beautiful. Deeply inhale. Jane, hands higher. And exhale, forward fold. 3 breaths in forward fold. Really bend the knees. Make sure your belly is touching the thighs. You could stay in stillness. You could walk the feet out to start warming up the hamstring. Whatever that you feel like. If you want to walk the feet shoulder width distance apart. When we first started the pose, our body isn't warm up yet, so it's completely fine to take modification. Sometimes you feel that you need a deeper bend because it's just the beginning. Just deeply inhale and deeply exhale. Shake the head, yes. I am strong. Shake the head, no to any self-doubt. Hands onto the mat. Step the right feet back. Inhale. Holding in the lunge. Feeling the opening of the left hamstring. And exhale, knee down. Deeply exhale. Then inhale, hands up towards the sky. Feeling the chest opening, back opening. Exhale, hands onto the mat. Stepping back to plank with knees dropping onto the mat. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Inhale, straighten the feet and the belly to cobra. Lift the hands off the mat. Really roll the shoulders back. We're going to stay 3 breaths here in this swimming in the air position. So, exhale, lower your face down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, chest up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll the back, chest up. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, roll the back, chest up. Exhale, lower down. Next, inhale, tuck the toes. Push yourself to downward facing dog. Everyone have a bend in your knees when you're in downward facing dog. Open up the fingers. All of you, internal elbow rotation. Roll the elbows to the front. Then lengthening up. The hands bend the knees. Deeply inhale. Internal elbow rotation. Roll it even more so you can push the shoulders up. Really activate the arms. Walk your feet, pedal your feet, walk your dog. Just slow movement in and out. In and out. Look towards your hand. Inhale, step the left feet forward. Stretches out in this lunge position. Exhale, right feet forward, forward, forward. Again, deeply bend your knees. Belly onto the thighs. Hold it here. One deep inhale. And one deep exhale. Inhale, roll the body up. Hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. 3 breaths here. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen the spine. Deeply in and out. One more in and out. A faster round onto the other side. Inhale, hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands from the hips coming forward. Inhale, hands onto the shin, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the left feet back to lunge position. Exhale, knees onto the mat. Left knees onto the mat. Inhale, hands up. Roll the shoulders, roll the chest up. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, internal elbow rotation here before you push to downward facing dog. Internal elbow rotations, bend your knees. Deeply inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale. 2 more in. And out. 1 more in. And out. Lock onto the hands. Inhale, right feet forward to lunge. Exhale, step the other feet forward to forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Hands up towards the sky. Exhale, prayer position in front of the heart. 1 breath here, deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Round 3. Inhale, hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands from the hips coming forward. Inhale, hands onto the shin, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Hold here for 2 breaths. Deeply in. You could check your butt out to release the lower back. Deeply out. 1 more in. And tap the toes. Exhale to downward facing dog. Internal elbow rotations. So slightly come forward to a plank position. Internal elbow rotation first, and then push your hands out. Mike, you need to activate the shoulders. Think about lengthening the upper back. Maybe think about arch your back. So you are lengthening the lower back, pushing the hips up. Micro bend the knees. Yes, pushing the hips up. Great job. You feel the lengthening from the fingers to the internally rotated elbow to the upper shoulders. 1 more in. And we're going to lift the right feet up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Exhale, opening up the dog. Bend the knees. Opening up the hips. Next, inhale, bend the knees towards the chest. Step the right feet in between the hands. Setting up to warrior 1. Roll the left feet out 45 degrees. Step strongly onto the mat. Square your hips. Inhale, rise up to warrior 1. Feeling the strength in the warrior pose. Active 10 fingers. Bend the front knee. Deeply in. Martha, you need a bigger stand. Step the feet further away from each other. And out. We're going to interlace the fingers behind our back. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Open up the chest. Exhale to humble warrior. Bow forward. Bend the front knee. Square your hips. Pushing the left hip forward, right hip back. 2 breaths here. Get the hands as high to the sky as possible. So you're opening up the chest and the shoulders. Deeply inhale. Bend the front knee as much as you can. And exhale. 1 more in. And out. Keeping the hands interlaced. Inhale, rise up, chest to the sky. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, windmill the hands to warrior 2. And the front knee. Step the feet out, Martha. Jane 2. Really bend the front knee. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale, reverse warrior 2. Inhale, right hand towards the front. Exhale, bend to reverse warrior two. Deepening the inhale. And deepening the exhale. Coming back up to warrior two, straighten the front leg. Give yourself a break. We're coming to triangle. So inhale, right hands forward. Exhale, hands onto the right shin, opening up the chest. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. One more in. And out. Inhale, rise yourself back up to warrior two. We are going to go to warrior three. So hands onto the hips. Step the left feet forward, forward, forward. All weight onto the right. And lift yourself up to warrior three. Deepening the inhale, flex the right toes. Hands could be open up to the side or could be in prayer position or on your waist. Two more. Come to half moon if you're stable. Deeply inhale or hold into warrior three. And deeply exhale. One more in. And out, slowly roll yourself up, stepping back to warrior one. Hands onto the waist. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, cactus arm, opening up the chest. One new pose. We're going to have prayer position in front of our heart. Coming forward, bend, bend, bend forward in warrior one. Then hook the left elbow outside of the right knee. Coming to twisted triangle, or this is called revolved warrior one. The back heels could be in lunge position, so you could be on your toes, feeling the twisting of the body. Deeply inhale. Wait. So come to lunge position. Hands in front of the, I'm just teaching Martha this, hands in front of the heart. Yeah. Hook the left elbow onto the right knee. Yes. Lengthen the back. One more in. And out. Hands onto the mat. Stepping back to downward dog and then come to child pose. Inhale. And exhale. Rest in child pose for 3 breaths. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Release your hips, release your lower back, release the thighs, letting it have a break. Deeply in and deeply out. Last big inhale. And exhale, hands onto the mat. Tuck yourself back to downward dog so we can go to the other side. Inhale, left feet up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, opening up the hips, feeling the hips opening. Inhale, lengthen the leg again. Bend the knees towards the chest. Step the left feet in between the hands. Right feet turning 45 degrees up. Square your hips and inhale, coming up to warrior one. Deeply inhale. Martha and Jane, things to pull your right hip forward, left hip back. Really straightening the back leg. Yes. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Humble warrior. Drawing the hands behind your back. Inhale, open up the shoulders, look up. Exhale, slowly bowing forward to humble warrior. Bend the front knee. 2 breaths here. Deeply inhale. Raise the arms higher and exhale. 1 more in and out. Inhale, rolling yourself up, look towards the sky. Exhale, release the hands, coming to warrior 2. Inhale, opening up to warrior 2. When you open up to warrior 2, you need to step the back feet back, because you want your knees to be at most at 90 degrees. Deepening your inhale. And deepening the exhale. 1 more in. And out, coming to reverse warrior 2. Inhale, left hands forward. Exhale, bend to reverse warrior 2. Just 1 breath, bend your front knee even more deeply in. And out, rotate the hands out, straighten up the front leg. Just 1 breath. Releasing the calf here, releasing the thighs. Then go to reverse, go to triangle. Inhale, left hand towards the front. Ooh, the left hand's in front. Then left hands onto the shin, open up the chest. Deeply inhale. When you exhale, contract the belly and twist the body towards the sky. Coming up to warrior 2. Hands onto the waist. We're going to go to warrior 3. All pressure, all power into the left feet. Walk the right feet front, front, front. When you are ready, lift the right feet off. Flex the right feet, look front. Deeply in, 3 breaths here. Hands could be whatever. And out. Come to half moon if you can. Deeply inhale. And exhale. 1 more in. And out, step yourself back to warrior 1. Facing front. We're going to have a prayer onto our heart. Now, warrior 1, it's feet onto the mat. The lunge position is turn the feet out. So I'm only having the toes there. Then I'm going to inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, hook the right elbow outside of the left knee. And twist. 2 deep inhale. And exhale. In. And out. Hands onto the mat again. Step back to downward dog for 1 breath in. And out. Look towards the hand. Jump front. Inhale, hands onto the shin, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise the body up. Exhale, hands towards the chest. Great job, girls. Coming to the cooling down sequence. Sit onto the mat. Coming to butterfly pose. Good job with the feet. We use a lot of our thighs today, so we're just going to stretch it out. So, butterfly pose. Inhale, look up towards the sky, lengthen the back. Exhale, coming 45 degrees forward. Deeply in. And out, 2 more breaths. Slowly walking up. We're going to learn a new stretch today. If you have a towel, put the towel onto your mat. We're going like a Japanese person. But when we do this, we roll our calf out, and sitting down. So rather than completely sitting on top, your feet is a bit out, like hip width is apart. Roll the thighs up. Yes. So my butt is here, my feet is outside of my butt. Yes. And walk the hands back. Lengthening the thighs. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. Coming back to center, release it a bit. Hands in front, check out your calf. Coming to it the second time. So still the same thing, knees kind of together. And thighs up. Walk the hands back. Whatever back that you can, you should feel the lengthening of the front thighs. If you don't feel it, lower down to the elbows, or you can even lean back. Whatever you are, pick a pose that makes you feel good. Deeply inhale. And deeply exhale. One more in. And out. See if all of you can lower down. So lean back onto the mat. Do it on the elbow. Maybe opening up the knees even more. Then coming down. Yeah, this is really challenging. Coming back towards the center. Hands in front of your knees, just wiggle it up. We're going to lie on our belly button to stretch out the thighs. So grab the left feet, grab the right feet, come into bow pose. Inhale, kick your feet onto the hands. Lift the ball. Deeply inhale, can you kick even more? Lift the thighs. Lift the knees off the mat. Kick, 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 kick. And release left cheek onto the mat. Round two. Feet onto the hands. Inhale, rise up, kick. Chest up. Use the kicking of your feet to rise the chest. Lift the knees off the mat. One deep inhale. And exhale. In and out. This time, right the other cheek onto the mat. Release the shoulders. Release the back. Deeply in. And deeply out. One last pose before Savasana. Turn yourself back. We're going to go to a spinal twist. Inhale, left knee towards the chest. Use your right hand, bring the left knee across the body. Straighten up the left arm, look towards the left. Deepening your inhale. And deepening your exhale. Deeply in. And out. Last in. And out. Roll the feet back. The other side. Right knee onto the chest. Bring the right knee across the body. Look onto the right hand. Deepening your inhale. And deepening the exhale. Deeply in. And out, roll yourself back. Any last pose before Savasana? Or if you're already come to Savasana. Could be in Happy Baby. Just for any last stretch that you need before we end the class. If you have any lower back pain right now, you should bend the knees and don't straighten your feet. So if you have lower back pain, for Jane, feet onto the edge of the mat, then knees pointing towards each other. Yes, you just let your knees relax. Walk, Jane, walk your feet out more. Walk your feet away from your butt. Yeah, just release the lower back. Relax in Savasana. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhale, letting go. Relax your head. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. Relax the shoulder. Relax the upper arm. Relax the elbow, forearm. Relax the wrist and 10 fingers. Releasing the upper back. Releasing the mid back. Releasing the lower back. Release your hips. Release your thighs. Lengthen the whole feet. Release your knees. Release your calf. Release your ankle and 10 toes. Completely relax every part of your body. Savasana. Slowly coming back to the room. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Hands overhead. Give yourself a really big stretch. Pull in the toes, stretch. Feeling the new energy in the body. Bend the knees towards the chest. Hug your knees together. Rolling yourself towards the right hand side. With the eyes closed, push yourself back to a sitting position. Deeply inhale and deeply exhale. Deeply in and out. In out. Coming back to the intention, the area in your life that you need more strength, determination, or courage. We're going to sing 1 Om and 3 Shanti to end the class. Deep inhale into the belly. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hands in front of the heart. May your heart be filled with courage, new energy, and new inspiration. Bow your head forward. Namaste.